we go really wide, we miss our braking point, and Sam's just going to get past the 7th position. On these options, as Sam's makes a mistake, and we will have that position. We are up into 3rd. Hi guys, Smithically and welcome to the 17th round of the XRL GP3 season, and today we're in the USA. Now first of all, I've got an announcement to make at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But going back to the last race in Russia, we finished in 4th, but we got moved up to 2nd because of some penalties for a couple of drivers, which was pretty much fortunate. We've still got an outside chance of winning the championship, but we've got to really beat him by 19 points a race to have any chance of winning the championship, which ain't really going to happen at all. But anyway, let's see what we can do in qualifying. So we're in qualifying now, and we're exiting the last turn. We've already done a 39.9. We cross the line now, we do a 39.6. We're in 6th position. We're not that far off John Digweed. He's only about nearly 200 ahead of us, so it's not by much. But we exit turn 1. Now we're heading down towards turn 2. We put it into Rich, and now we're going to knock it back into standard for the S's, which are pretty difficult on a pad, but I take these pretty well, and I'm really happy with how I took them. But we're 2 tenths up in the first sector split, but we're only 200s down on Indigo, so it's not bad so far as we enter turn 8 and turn 9. Now we're going to exit turn 10, which is that little kink there, then down towards turn 11. And the weakness for me really was the straight, because I wasn't running 11 on the front right height, I was running 9, just because to get better turning on the corners, I think, which probably sacrificed a little bit of speed for me, as others seem to be quicker on the straight. But we're heading down. You want to sort of break in between the 150 and the 100 as we touch the curb there, we touch the apex, so we have an okay exit, but we've actually lost a 1/10.5 in that sector, so we're 4 tenths down on Indigo now. We're only 700s up on our previous sector 2 time, so let's see how we fare in sector 3. I pretty much struggle around this sector 3. I find it pretty difficult. I'm not quick around this part of the track at all, so let's see how we get on. We cut the penultimate turn. Now we're going up to the last turn, and let's see how we do. We're going to come to the line now, and we will do a 39.3. It was a decent lap, but to be honest, I think I could have done better. I was doing 39.0s in qualifying practice, so I didn't really optimise the qualifying performance, which was pretty disappointing. But hopefully in the race we can have a good result. I'm pretty strong in race pace, so I just hope that we can do better than Russia, go one step further and actually win the race. I know we finished 4th, but we did get moved up to 2nd because of penalties. But I feel stronger here than I did in Russia, and I think lowering the ride height will really help for the corners. But as a 5 light show, lights out, and away we go here in America. And we get a poor start, obviously because we're on the primes and the other guys are on the options. They'll have more grip, but we're just heading up towards turn 1. We take it quite wide, and we're probably going to lose a position here to XRFC for life. And we're side by side, as I think there was a little bit of lag there with someone. And as you can see, there's a collision, and it's No Namer, and his rear wheel is our side pod. Luckily there's no glitch, but we run a bit wide, and that's put us under pressure from F1x Speed. And we're just trying to keep the position as the Marushis got away there, as we had to take avoiding action from that Mercedes, who has retired from the race. I do not know what happened, and it was unfortunate for No Namer, because I actually thought he would be one of the main challenges in the race, because I raced with him on the Sunday night in the top division, and he was quicker than me, and I found it very hard to try and close it on the last stint. But anyway, on to this race. As you can see, we're pulling away from speed even on the primes, which is a bit unusual, but we are just trying to not lose too much time to RFC for life as we run wide there. And now this sector 3, which I mentioned earlier, I struggle in, and just want to not lose too much time, because, you know, obviously losing time equals positions later on in the race. So now we're heading towards this bit. I quite like this bit of the track. Now the penultimate turn, and we take it pretty cleanly. We run a little bit wide, but Now we're heading into the pits and we're going to put on options, and you might be thinking same strategy as Monza, same mistake, but to be honest, if I'd have said on the primes, for me anyway, I'd have probably struggled because I was 2 seconds a lap slower on the primes than the options. So in race practice I did, so I felt it was a better way to go, and hopefully I'll be proved right. We'll just see how we do. We've got clear track, so we just got to put in really good laps as we exit the pits. We come out obviously in last position, but we just got to try and do our best. And I was on lap 14 now. We're going to dive up the inside of Fozzie as XRC for life I think had problems with his controller. Lap 19 now, we're in the pits. That corner cutting warning, don't know what's that all about. It happened in last year's game. It's pretty stupid, but I know you can get a penalty for it, but hopefully we don't. As we enter the pits, we're going to put in another set of options. Let's see if we can get ahead of Fozzie coming out the pits, because that would be crucial. We don't really want to get held up by any cars. We want a clear track to sort of push and catch the cars ahead. It's going to be close between Fozzie, but I think we're going to get out just ahead of Fozzie, which we do. On lap 28 we are up to 4th position, and now we're going to try and make the move on John Digweed, and we get the move done. Dive it up the inside, and we are up into 3rd position. So this strategy is really working. And on lap 32 we've caught up to Indigo, who is on the primes, and we was actually gaining like about a second a lap on Indigo, and eventually he has, well, he sort of moved over for us, so we are now through on Indigo. And now Shadowhunter is in 1st position, but on lap 39 Shadowhunter pitted. We are in the pits for our final stop of the Grand Prix. We're going to put on some more options, so hopefully we can challenge Shadowhunter in the last stint of this Grand Prix. It's going to be difficult because it was pretty similar pace between me and him, and he's pretty quick around this track, so you know it's going to be difficult to catch him, but we'll try our best. As you see, Indigo has undercut us, so he's back ahead of us into 2nd position, as he was sort of reacting to Shadowhunters pitting early, who pitted I believe on lap 35. But now on lap 47 we've caught up to the back of Indigo, and Indigo I think's defended to the inside. He might have let us through, I can't really remember. I know there was one he let us through in, I don't know if it was earlier on or that one there, but we're up into 2nd. We run a little bit deep, but we managed to keep it on the track. So we're rounding the last turn now. We caught him by a little bit, but not enough. And 2nd position, but we actually get moved up to 1st again because Shadowhunter got another penalty. We are 41 points behind Speed. Now the announcement is, I am announcing my retirement with immediate effect from league racing. I just cannot put up with this Mario Kart sliding anymore, which has ruined the game. So I'll see you in Season 9 when Codemasters decide to actually build a decent Formula 1 game. Happy April Fool's Day.